The one thing that most starseeds have in common is either ascension symptoms or some sort of physical discomfort. And my belief is that this takes place, or this happens, because of the dense frequencies of our planet. Many starseeds are here for the very first time. Being human, having a physical body, and engaging with others who lack depth and spiritual connection is new to many. Adjusting to a three-dimensional planet when the memory of a higher dimensional experience lingers is extremely hard. Many of us have grown up believing that we have to endure pain and that we have to find comfort in discomfort. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and to those who are new, my name is Miroslava. I am the Metaphysical Chick, Multiverse Ambassador, here to help you master the Matrix by expanding your mind. I am also a Starseed coach and mentor. I have a brand new website, and you can also follow me in all social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I am everywhere as the Metaphysical Chick. Today I have a very powerful video. I feel that the information that I'm here to share with you is, of course, specifically for starseeds, but just for people that feel so foreign in their physical bodies, that maybe perhaps you've rejected the body, of you've experienced a lot of physical discomfort. And so in this video I wanted to share personal experiences to give you my perspective on the reason behind starseeds having such a hard time not only adjusting to the frequency of this planet, but also to adjusting to the physicality of this experience. And as I was saying at the beginning in the intro, we do have so many issues with the physical body. A lot of the starseeds that I know, they either always experience ascension symptoms, nausea, lightheadedness, or maybe even headaches and ringing in the ears. But many more also experience disease, or maybe when they were little, they were very sick. And so what I'm sharing with you is simply my perspective. And to make things easier for me as I am recording this video, I actually wrote a very long article that I wanted to share on my website. And so I am going to be reading everything that I wrote. This keeps me on track. And instead of me going all over the place, I can stay on track, I can stay focused, and hopefully you don't mind that I'm looking to the side and reading these perspectives to you. So let's get started. And stay tuned for the next video that I'll be uploading to my YouTube channel. I am going to be sharing an ancient Mexican Toltec technique that is about immunity support, and this is using the 4 fires. The 4 fires are the strength behind our immune system, and I am giving you the information of the 4 fires, how you can work with them, and also I am giving you a guided meditation so that you can try this technique at home. Hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and let's dive into today's video. I highly resonate with the term starseed, but even more so with the term wanderer that Ra in the Law of One Material uses. I have always experienced digestion issues and ringing in the ears since I was very little. I remember hearing those high-pitched tones and asking people if they were also hearing that, and their answer was always no. Now, additionally, in the past 5 years, I developed severe allergies to the environment, which usually leads to inflammation and sinus infections. It is very uncomfortable, and I learned to ride the waves of discomfort, but this isn't the way it has to be. I don't have to suffer. I can heal the allergies. I can achieve perfect health. But how so? Is it truly possible to heal the physical body? In 2023, I learned that the physical discomfort I feel almost daily is a result of repressed emotions and unresolved trauma. In biodecoding, there are 3 main things that take place right before disease manifests in the body. Number 1, something unexpected happens. Number 2, the experience is stressful, which shocks your nervous system. You face the experience or the trauma alone. You speak to no one about it. Everything that you feel and think you keep to yourself during that traumatic event. Now, for me, the allergies manifested after a period of extreme sadness. I experienced something traumatic. It was very stressful, and it shocked my nervous system. I went through it alone. I told no one about my feelings, and so as you can probably tell, I definitely check up all the boxes. But what I understand now after months of introspection is that the purpose of the traumatic experience was to open Pandora's box, to help me access layers of trauma that remained in the unconscious part of my being. There's one thing that I want to mention before diving deeper. Anything that causes emotional distress generates trauma. What I experienced isn't what many would consider traumatic. However, for me, it was. So keep that in mind. I brushed things off quickly because I felt like such a drama queen. Like, how dare you feel all these emotions? What you are experiencing isn't even half of what other people in the world experience. But deep inside, my body, mind, my heart were processing trauma. And seeing things as they truly are makes the biggest difference when we are really focusing on healing, on feeling. And it's very powerful to accept that what you feel or what you went through was traumatic. I've always been a very sensitive and emotional person, but never actually thought about the emotions. It was all very unconscious. And this is part of the dissociation many starseeds experience. Yes, we are here, but so disconnected from the body and everything that makes us human. And this is because we just don't know how to be human. Actually, we are here learning the art of being human, because it's an art, one that takes a while to master. This traumatic experience I keep referencing shocked my system. It did a lot of harm, but it also took away some of the distractions. Before, my mind was all over the place. Clarity was so foreign and unattainable. But when my system was shocked by the depth of all the emotions, I had no other choice but to feel and analyze them. And I think this is beautiful because it taught me how to, again, be a human with emotions. I come from a field of consciousness or collective that doesn't have such a wide range of emotions. And I'm sure many of you that are listening to this will resonate with this. Many of you that follow my sharings are also here as humans for the very first time. And we go about life, at least until our late 20s, not really knowing what to do with the heaviness that we feel inside. We don't know how to process energy in a physical way. And so eventually the energetic blockages generated by repressed emotions start making themselves known in our body through a variety of physical symptoms and even disease. Now let's for a moment dive into the main point of origin of the trauma for me. And again, I am sharing my story because I feel that what I have experienced, although it may not be exactly what you have experienced, has some similarities, and you will be able to resonate regardless of the details within it. And I just wanted to quickly show up in this video to let you know that the From Starseed to Human podcast is now live in all podcast platforms. In that podcast, I am sharing everything that I have learned as a starseed that is here on this planet as human for the very first time. So if you are like me, a starseed that feels like you've never been human before and you struggle to ground in the body to embrace your humanity, this podcast is for you, my friend. So definitely check it out. The link is going to be in the description of this video. And I'm not just sharing tips or perspectives or channeled messages regarding how to be human or how to embrace your humanity. I'm also channeling perspectives from extraterrestrial consciousnesses, higher dimensional beings. I am bringing in everything that I know and that I feel that a starseed must know. So definitely check it out. And if you would like to help me me with a follow on those podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music. Definitely go there, leave me a 5-star review. That would be so helpful, and share that with everyone that you feel may resonate with that same energy or resonates with the term or label Starseed. So yeah, I am so excited to have you join me on this journey, and yeah, go check it out. Now, the one memory I always go back to when soul searching to understand the root of the allergies is of a meeting that took place in the Pleiades. I actually have a video about this, so you can check it out. I'll leave a link probably in the description of this video, or a little card on top of the video. In short, I always see myself in a massive room surrounded by other worldly beings. Not human, but like, extraterrestrials and higher dimensional beings. And the main point of conversation in this meeting is Earth. We're talking about what is happening in the planet and how we can be of assistance to humanity. The main leader, I believe he was a version of who many see as Commander Ashtar. But again, just remember that all of this memory is hazy. I don't have all the details. So to me, my perspective is that this person, the leader, or the person, the being that was talking to all of us was Commander Ashtar. Regardless though, I remember standing behind other beings, kind of hiding from the main being that was addressing the issues on Earth. This is until eventually the men started talking about the need for us to become human. This is because that was the only way we could actually shift the vibration of the planet. There isn't much we can do as observers, but from within a planet, we can actually link with its frequency as one of its own and shift it. So the leader came up to me and said, "You know you have to go. You know you have to do this." And immediately, I was just full of fear. For the first time in what seems to be lifetimes, I felt fear. And I want to give a huge shout out to Angelica. I'll leave a link in the description of this video to her website and to her services, because it was through a session that I had with her that I was able to put the pieces of the puzzle of this memory that I always keep going back to. And so I was able to find clarity as to why this is something that I always see in my mind whenever I'm trying to find the root of the physical discomfort that I experience. She offers powerful, amazing quantum healing sessions. And during those sessions, she takes you on a journey into the feeling of the discomfort so that you can analyze it and make sense of it. And then once you start feeling and you dive into that feeling, you start to receive answers and to decipher whatever coding is within your own DNA and your own being. And so this is done directly with your higher self, and it's amazing. So definitely go check her out. The link is going to be in the description of this video. What I understand now is that the reason I felt so much fear the moment I was told that I needed to become human is because I was being forced to leave my zone of comfort. Again, I was in the Pleiades processing past trauma. At the moment of the meeting, I was actually doing great. I was happy, had a life as a Pleiadian woman that was full of love and excitement, joy, bliss, peace. So when this being told me I had to be one of the volunteers, I felt so angry. I felt like I had no choice, like he was taking away my peace. I lost all control, or at least that's how it felt. And even though I did end up making the choice myself of coming here, of becoming human, this moment in time generated an immense amount of resentment and anger. Now that I have been analyzing all of this, I see how this had to take place. I had to become human so that I could keep expanding and growing as a spiritual being. Life in the Pleiades was great, a heavenly paradise, but I wasn't learning anything new, and actually, I had a lot to share with others. I feel that the reason I was approached by this being is because he believed in me. he believed that I had the knowledge or wisdom to assist others who have experienced similar trauma. And at the time when all I could feel was fear, I had no self-belief. I had no self-confidence. And so I was angry. But what is the link between this past life experience and the allergies that I now experience? That's the question. Well, I entered this field of consciousness resenting my choice of becoming human. And I feel that this resentment and anger were hidden for a while or repressed. However, after the trauma I experienced in 2018, 2020, my heart woke up, and I believe this allowed everything that was hidden to resurface. And so the anger, the frustration, and resentment, because I was not consciously feeling them, found a way out of my system through physical discomfort. I became allergic to the world I so desperately feared. It's like my body started fighting with what it perceived as a threat. And even though I love nature and became such good friends with her, with nature, with the mother, the unresolved trauma became manifest. And this is where more anger and frustration and resentment come into the picture. Now, not only did I feel all of these emotions because of the perception I had of the meeting that took place in the Pleiades, but also because the allergies took away what I loved most about this planet. Because of the extreme sensitivity to the environment that I now have, I was no longer able to spend one-on-one time with nature. Nature was so healing in 2019, 2020. I learned to drive actually because I wanted to be in nature every single day. Every single minute that I could, I would spend it in the park, in the forest. So I wanted to constantly be surrounded by trees and birds and sunshine, the wind and plant kingdom, or my friends. I love daily walks with the elementals, and losing this one thing during the most difficult time in my life generated so much anger. I felt like, once again, the one thing that gave me peace was being taken away from me. But here's what I learned about this. Everything that I loved so dearly, nature and life in the Pleiades, weren't taken away from me as a form of punishment, but a push towards soul expansion. Just as I was comfortable in the Pleiades, I too was very comfortable with escaping reality by becoming one with nature. These two places were my comfort zone. My peace, yes, but zones of comfort. And because of how comfortable I was, they were no longer helping me expand and reach higher states of consciousness. I was, in a way, stuck in time. The Pleiades granted me the space to heal when I needed it most. Nature offered support and reminded me of unity and wholeness during the most difficult time in my human life. And that was their purpose. They did for me what they were supposed to do, and so eventually I had to experience the loss of that to find myself completely. With nature, for example, as beautiful and as healing as it may have been, it was a form of distraction or escapism. I was feeling everything, I was, but not really understanding what I was feeling. So, time in isolation away from distractions allowed me to feel everything in the body. I was forced to become one with my humanity, and this all happened because of the manifestation of allergies. So as you can see from my own personal experiences, it doesn't all just happen to us randomly. There truly is purpose. This life, everything that we experience, is an intricately designed story or a beautiful book written by our higher selves, by us. And so I feel that the the intention or the reason for everything that we experience for this divine plan is to redirect our crooked paths. Now, I'd like to share something I heard someone say about physical ailments or discomfort that I think you will resonate with. And I'm going to leave a link to a podcast in which I heard the following information. It is in Spanish, but I'm going to leave it here regardless. One of the things that the person that was talking in the podcast said is the moment physical symptoms show up in the body is the moment true healing takes place. Now, when the body is experiencing trauma, it enters survival mode so that we can keep pushing. But once we pause, take a moment to heal and feel, the cells in our body start regenerating. Our parasympathetic system returns to balance. We finally come back to the body, and bam! We are hit by the train of discomfort. Before we were dissociating and disconnected from the body, now we're back in the body and we feel it all. So it isn't necessarily in some cases that we are getting sick and we feel this when we feel discomfort, but a sign that we are finally healing. Now I want to address the main thing that I feel is one of the reasons we experience a lot of physical discomfort, and that is the rejection that we have of these three-dimensional experience, rejection that we have of physicality and everything that is human-made. Now, I grew up rejecting the body. I've always been a bigger girl, and in my childhood, I experienced lots of bullying because of that. But there is a deeper layer of truth that I recently uncovered. As I began to activate my Starseed blueprint, I discovered that being human, having a physical body, was new. I've been on Earth before, but never in a body within a collective experience that holds such dense frequencies. The body is a divine manifestation of source energy. However, the matrix we are born into immediately hacks the body and lowers its vibration. Now, the Starseed that comes into this reality as a volunteer, or as Ra from the Law of One says, wanderers, brothers and sisters of sorrow. Those are beings that hold forth to sixth density consciousness. We are free spirits traveling the infinite universes, the multiverse. Many of us, before coming to Earth, did not have a physical body. Some may have had a body, but it was lighter, more vibrant, and part of a field of immortality. So the collective program of Earth feels constricting and oppressive and very limiting. And these feelings can be very unconscious. We don't really understand what is happening with us, why we have such a hard time being humans, and so we fall into a depression. We isolate ourselves from the world, not to heal, but to escape. And this is our number one mistake. And yes, take time in isolation, but do so to feel and to heal, to get to know yourself better, not to escape a physical reality, but to ground deeper in your body so that you can become one with the experience without falling victim to the mentality or the ideology that you have created for yourself regarding physicality. Now, we are here in planet Earth by choice to be human, to uplift the vibration of the core of the mother, yes, but also to master our humanity. The body isn't a vessel that was designed to limit our infinity, but a vessel of endless potential that is meant to harness energy and unleash it in a way that works in a three-dimensional experience. There's no limitation here. There simply are different forms of expressing what we recognize as infinite. Everything that I shared is just from personal experience, things that I have learned. I am a Starseed, and I rejected my humanity until now. I think that the thing that made the biggest change was accepting that I am here to be human, that being human is beautiful and that it's needed for me to keep growing spiritually and expanding my soul to reach higher states of consciousness. And so I hope that everything that I shared resonated with you. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. This is a new era for Miroslava, the metaphysical chick. I am more confident than ever in my truth, in my wisdom, in my mission as a Starseed coach and mentor. And I have a lot more coming soon. And again, everything that I'm going to be creating, it's going to be for the purpose of assisting Starseeds. So if you have other Starseed friends, people that you feel, people that feel the same way we do, definitely send them the link to this video, to my YouTube channel, to my website, and I hope to see you all here again for my next video. So stay tuned. Check out again all my social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, as I am there as at the metaphysical chick. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Starseed, you are worthy, you're human, and that is beautiful. I'll see you all or talk to you all on my next video. Bye.